Hello, welcome to the 199 Unlisted podcast. My name is Frank. I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, wearing clothes, wearing a hat over my hood. We are back with my favorite person to look at, Tyler Spaghetti. She has a video called Customer Abandoned Animal Outside Pet Store. Okay, so I'm going to predict this video is not going to be good. It's going to be her giving a speech about how you shouldn't get a pet in the first place if you can't take care of it. Or she'll probably go, this is probably a child's pet and the parent got sick of it and brought it back. So she'll probably like talk about how they're bad people, bad parents, whatever, and how children should have a pet. Depending on what the pet is, she's gonna pretend to be an expert about the pet and talk about it and, just pointless bullshit. Um, and then she'll probably talk about pet adoption, who can have a pet, who shouldn't have a pet. And then I'm gonna predict that she's gonna complain that someone else parked in the parking lot. Okay, let's see what happens. It's like the Tyler Spaghetti drinking game. Anyway, here we go.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Tyler. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today, I have another pet store story time. This one's depressing. This one's sad. This is not something that I would have ever expected to happen, and I'm still upset about it. This happened like a month ago now.
So something that happened a month ago, she's still upset about. It must be pretty major.
But I'm still like, I can't. What? What? I don't know. Anyways, this girl comes in. She's been in here a lot of times. I work with the animals. If you didn't know, if you're new, hi. I work at a pet store and I work with the animals. I sell animals and I do many other things. But yeah, she's come in here a ton of other times getting fish. She didn't take care of them properly because she would come back and they would be dead, and I would go on my spiel.
When you buy fish from PetSmart, Petco, okay, a chain pet store, there is a 50% chance that fish will die. I 100% guarantee you, and no matter how good your tank is, if you buy fish from Petco or PetSmart, there is a 50% chance that fish will die. Okay? I don't know why people who work at these places think that their store's special. Like PetSmart and Petco are like the McDonald's of pet stores. Now, if you go to a aquarium, like a place that just sells fish, the chance of that fish dying is very low. Like I've thinking, but yeah, I've actually never had an issue from going to a aquarium and buying a fish. But PetSmart, Petco, whatever, 50-50 chance, guaranteed. But anyway.
Of like, hey, this bala shark is not appropriate for your 20-gallon tank. Blah blah blah. And she would just buy anything that she wanted, and they would just keep dying. Anyways, she left her animal in the store. I'll explain. She comes up to me and she's like, here you go. I'm talking to somebody else at this point. I don't know what I was talking to the other person about, but it was something about fish. She comes up, she's holding this bag of fish in her hand like this, and I'm like, I can help you in like just a second. I don't know what I said, but something like that. Like, I'm fucking busy, bro. I'm talking to somebody else, and you have this fish bag in my face. Why is this fish bag in my face when I'm talking to somebody else? But she's holding it and she's like, can you take this? And I'm like, yeah, do you want to exchange it or return it? And she's like, I don't want it. And I'm like, okay, so if you want to return it, just give me a second. I'm helping these people right now. And she's like, no, I don't want to return it. I don't want them anymore. And I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, I don't want these fish. I don't.
Oh my God, just take the fish. She makes everything harder. If I've worked at PetSmart, if someone did that to me, came in with fish that they, I don't know where they got that from, but I'm assuming they got it from here. If someone came into PetSmart and handed me a bag of fish and said, "I don't want it anymore," and they don't want to return, they just want to bring them back, I would say okay, and just end the conversation. I don't know. It wouldn't be an issue. Now, here's the thing. At PetSmart, most people who work there have goldfish tanks or know someone who has a tank, so they would just take it home. Like it's really not an issue. But in her world, everything's a big deal, I guess.
I don't want to return them. I don't want them. My daughter won't take care of them, and I'm like, oh, well, I can't take fish from you. I don't know where they're from. You don't have a receipt. I didn't say this, but like it's something in my head. Like, what are you doing? You don't have a receipt. I can't take these freaking random fish from you.
Yes, you can. Yes, you
Anyways,
can.
but I was like, yeah, I can't just take fish in. We don't like take in surrendered fish. You can like go to Petco maybe, or like another pet store. I think other pet stores do it, but we do.
Oh God. I just think that's funny. I don't know why we are acting like this bag of fish is a bag of newborn babies. What are we doing? Take the bag of fish, and then when the person leaves, get on your walkie-talkie and go, "Yeah, a customer just came in, gave me a bag of fish. Does anyone want to take these goldfish home or whatever kind of fish they are?" Okay? And then someone would say yes or no, and then you know what? You have to flush them. You can't put these fish back in your store fish tank. That's completely understandable because you don't know what they got, like, because whatever. But anyway, we have to stop acting like fish from a pet store. We have to stop acting like these fish that cost between 25 cents to $5 are the same as a child or a human, or like, it's not like they dropped off a box of kittens. I understand that's kind of major. Kittens, like stuff like that. If you want to abandon like a cat or a dog, you just leave it at a vet office because like they're used to that, and so like they actually have procedures, and well, pretty much all veterinary offices have a sister business, usually a doggy daycare or animal shelter that they work with, and they would get the animal. That's why it's okay to drop your or abandon your or surrender your pet dog or cat to a vet because they are already connected to other businesses that will take the animal. But I've never heard of a fish surrender place because put you can't put those fish into the store's fish because that could upset everything, and then you'll lose a lot of fish because those fish might carry a different, whatever, a fish cold or whatever, and get everything else sick. So, but the cool thing about fish is you can just flush them. They're just fish. I know. They're just fish.
Not. We don't do it. Don't freaking bring your animals in. We're not allowed to. Some stores will do it, and they will get in trouble for it. It's not allowed. Okay, don't do it, please. Um. Anyways, she like hands it to me, and I have the fish in my hands because I don't know. And then she starts walking away, and I'm like, no, I cannot take this. And then she takes it, and she's like, okay, and she walks away. And I'm like, oh my god, what is she gonna do with these fish? And anyways, I'm talking to these other people, so I'm just continuing the conversation, and they were like, what just happened? And I'm
I'll tell you what happened. She's dumb. Just take the fish and let the woman walk away. But like, your world is small and your IQ is low. That's what happened.
I was like, I don't know. I think she just tried to give me her fish. I don't know. I can't do that, so whatever. Um, I think like 30 seconds passes by, and the cashier, our registers are at the front. Are you gonna stare at me? Don't stare at me. Um, our cashiers are at the front of the store because that's kind of like how stores work. And you can see the door, and we have like radios so we can like talk to each other. Um, my cashier, I don't know who it was at the time, um, but they were like, "This lady just dropped a bag at our front door," and I'm like, "Oh my god, oh my god, no!" On the radio, I'm like, "Wait, no, she didn't. She didn't do it." Okay, now I think I remember who did it. I mean, who told me? Um, I'm not gonna tell you, obviously, because you don't know.
Oh my gosh, shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. Oh, she's so stupid. See, but one of the things just been a lot easier if she would have just taken the bag from the lady and go, okay, I got it, thanks, and just let her walk out. Because either way, the fish are gonna either be left in the parking lot, thrown in the trash can. So just take the fish, make things go easier, simpler, and then if no one wants them in the store, flush them because obviously you can't put them back in the store. You just can't do that. Or I was gonna say, if you have if you have if you sell a piranha in the store, you could just put them in. You could put them in the piranha tank.
Know who it is. Um, but on the radio, I'm like, "Oh my god, there's no way you have to be lying to me." I was done talking to other people at this point because they had like some easy question, like they didn't need a bunch of help. I think I was helping them with like plants for fish. I don't know, but like easy peasy. So I go freaking run to that door. Not run because we aren't allowed to run. Don't run in a freaking pet store. Don't do it unless you're dying. Just don't. Just
You are so stupid. Oh my god. It sometimes hurts to watch her. Ah, wow.
where's your common sense? Don't run a store. Okay, thank you.
Well, use your common sense and just take the bag
Um,
of fish from the lady.
I speed walk to the front door, see these fish on the floor. I take the bag and I'm like, oh my god. And I go in the parking lot. I know this lady. She's coming here multiple times, so I'm like, wow, she's really nice. Like, I would never have expected her to leave these freaking fish at the door. Like,
She left fish, not a stroller with newborn twins. I'm not gonna I am not gonna act like abandoning fish is bad. Okay, I'm not gonna act like whatever fish abuse is your one way ticket to hell. Like I am not going to pretend that this is on the same level as Hiroshima. Okay, they're friggin' fish. And if what you said is correct, that her kid didn't want to take care of the fish, they're just feeder fish anyway. Because like you're not gonna spend $5 on a fish for a kid because she said fish, so it's probably like 5 or 6 fish. So they're probably just feeder fish, which cost between 12 and whatever 35 cents, whatever. I don't know. I don't know the price. Like when I was buying feeder fish, uh, they were between like 12 and 27 cents. So whatever.
she just abandoned these fish. They could have gone in the trash. They could have died. I'll tell you what happened with the fish, obviously, later. Um, but like, I didn't expect it from this lady. Like, she's so sweet. She doesn't give a crap about the fish. But like, I
They're fish. See, imagine if people cared about people as much as some people care about a bag of abandoned fish. Man, the world would be a great like we would have world peace. We would have world peace. If this energy was focused on people instead of fish. But anyway,
would have thought like maybe don't leave animals abandoned in a parking lot. So I'm like looking around the parking lot. I'm like, where did she go, man? I'm gonna chase down this lady. I'm not gonna
You're a fucking moron.
chase down a lady. I don't want to get fired. But I'm like, bro, this lady literally just left these freaking fish at her front door.
Ugh.
Hello? Hello? Like, what? I'm sorry. I was so confused. I'm still confused. I don't know why somebody would do that. Anyways,
She told you why. Her kid doesn't want to take care of the fish. She doesn't want to take care of the fish because she never wanted the fish in the first place. So she's taking them back to the store. That was her most logical explanation. I would have just flushed them. That's me because they're just fish. But
take the fish. I asked the manager who was there at the time, and I'm like, I can't take these fish, but I'm not going to leave them outside, so I'm going to take the fish and I'm going to put them in the bag, even though I'm not supposed to. But I'm going to, because I'm not going to leave these freaking fish out in the parking lot to die. It was a
wait. How come you can't put the bag of fish in your employee locker and then take it home with you? There's nothing against that. There, there is nothing in the employee handbook that says you can't take a bag of abandoned fish that a customer left, put them in your locker or your backpack, and then take it home with you.
nighttime, by the way, so it was dark. First of all, it makes us look bad. It makes us look like we just took these fish out and we left them to die. We did not do that. Some random person did that, which I want to say something about all of that in a second. But it makes us look bad too. You're basically killing these fish. You couldn't spend like another 5 minutes like driving to another pet store.
No, because that's very inconvenient. Like, what makes you think no pet store is going to take fish from an outside source? Because that fish can kill all the other fish if it's carrying something. Now, unless this store has a quarantine tank, that's different. I know it sounds silly, but I mean, you're asking a lot. So it's actually easier for everyone if you just take the bag of fish and go, okay, I'll see ya. Does anyone else in this store want this bag of fish? If not, flush them. It's that simple. And then I don't think when customers walk into PetSmart and they see a bag of fish on the ground, they're like, oh my God, there's a fish genocide and PetSmart is at the head of it. No, they're not thinking that. They're probably thinking someone bought some fish and dropped them on the floor. No one is thinking PetSmart is systematically killing fish because they see a bag of fish outside. Like the low IQ of this person, of this girl, blows my mind.
You don't know anybody who doesn't want like 6 free fish. They were platies, which we don't carry. So she didn't buy them from us. Um,
Okay.
we do carry platies, but she had like a weird kind. I don't know what kind. But we didn't freaking carry those. So first of all, I couldn't even take them back even if you like I don't know. I don't know.
You can't take back fish from anywhere. As far as I know, there is a no return policy on fish because of the chance of it, getting sick at your house, and then you bring it, you go, I don't want it, then you take it back. So now that fish brings its disease to the store. So um yeah, I remember from PetSmart and Petco, there's a no return policy on fish. Now there's a return policy like on the other animals, like if you buy a bird, or like a chinchilla or a bunny, whatever. But when it comes to fish, there is a no return policy.
Oh man, I don't know. Anyways, I took these fish. We have like an isolation tank in like our sick
So
room.
you have an isolation tank.
It's to like put fish back that were returned. I put these fish back. I'm like,
Okay, I find it very strange that they can take return fish though. That is strange. To me, that's unheard of. That is unheard of. Wow. Well, anyway.
I can't do this. I'm saying it on the radio. I'm like, I know I can't do this, but I'm not freaking letting these fish go. And I wrote a note. I'm like, somebody left these fish at the front door. I'm not gonna let them die. But also, I don't know what to do with them, so I just put them in there. They're still in there. It's been a long time. I don't know what to do with them. I think somebody that works there wants them, so they will have a phone. Hello. They'll have a home eventually. Just I don't know where. We can't sell them. We have to give them away, which we aren't allowed to do. So it's just like, what? What am I supposed to do?
So you just made your job harder for everyone because the only thing you had to do is just take the fish and flush them. See, that's what I would have done. She should have handed me the fish. She goes, I don't want them. Then I've gone to the restroom, and then I would have walked out, and the fish would have been, vanished. What happened to the fish? Oh, they're in the Pacific Ocean right now.
I don't know. Um, just like what the? What is wrong with you, bro? You're gonna leave these fish in a bag in the parking lot at like 8 p.m., 8:30.
Yeah, yeah, because they're fish. Yeah, yeah. I bet you she is more adamant about fish rights than like abortion. You know, I bet you, I bet you she's pro-choice. She's probably one of those people who think abortion should be retroactive. Like she's okay with that, but no, not these fish. These fish deserve a chance.
It was late, bro. It was late in like the summer. The sun was way down. I know it's October. This was a
Oh
while
boy.
ago, at least a month and a half ago. I don't know. Not that that matters, but like, really? Anyways, we have the fish. The fish are alive. The fish are well. Not one has died. So they were perfectly fine. Like, they're not sick.
She said her daughter doesn't want to take care of the fish, so she brought him back. And also, I think that you just don't. I mean, first of all, it doesn't matter which store the fish came from, but does it matter which store they came from? That's what I understand. Like, I don't like any place she took these fish to. The same thing would have happened. If they take them at all, they would put them in an isolation tank. I said that the first time, or they just flush them. But either way, they're not gonna make a big deal about it. They're just gonna go okay. And there's always someone in these pet related businesses where an animal is abandoned because I've worked at several pet places. Pets get abandoned, not all the time, but they do get abandoned. Someone who works there always takes it. It's a matter of time. Sometimes you have to get the right setup, or in some cases, dogs. They have to wait a couple of weeks to get the proper materials that a dog would need, but they eventually take it. So I don't know. I think her mind is too small to process the situation.
She just didn't want them. If you're getting rid of animals, don't leave them outside to die. Don't let them go. I did that.
She gave them to you. You rejected it, so she left them there. So in a way, you're the one that left them to die because someone who didn't want the fish walked up to you and was like, "I don't want these," and you're like, "Well, I can't take them." So what do you think that person's gonna do? Do you think that person's gonna drive around town looking for a pet store to take the fish? Or do you think they're just gonna be like, okay, well, I tried. I'm just gonna like toss them on the ground because these fish mean nothing to that person. That's why they're giving them back.
That as a kid too. I let fish go in the lake as like my parents put the fish out in the lake, and I was an acquaintance in that awful, disgusting thing that we did. Um, don't freaking do that. Don't do it. Like, you can find them a home. I know it's gonna take you an extra 5 seconds, but like, you bought those animals. Why did you buy the animals? If you can't take care of them, and if you aren't willing
I told you she'd give some stupid speech about this. She said her daughter or or kid, I don't know if it's a boy or girl, but it's probably daughter. Her daughter didn't want to take care of the fish, so she brought him back. It's that simple. And she most likely did buy the fish there. I mean, if you see her all the time, why wouldn't she buy the fish from PetSmart? It could be because she had to deal with you because you do have bad customer service, and she probably saw you arguing with someone over fish. So maybe she did buy the fish from somewhere else, but yeah.
to like spend 5 seconds trying to find them a home, go to like other pet stores. Call a freaking pet store. Be like, hey, do you take in surrendered animals? Do you take in our surrendered fish? Like, it doesn't take that long, dude.
It also doesn't take that long to just take the bag of fish from her and then put it in the back of the store and then just, go on with your day. And you're making this harder than what it has to be.
Anyways, my whole thing that I wanted to say is that if you see these videos, I know this hasn't been a big thing in a while, but there are videos on like TikTok and like YouTube and like whatever of people finding animals like in a box in like a trash can at like a Petco or a PetSmart or like a pet supermarket. And
Most of those videos are fake. Just letting you know. Those like, oh, I'm just rescuing this animal or I just found this animal, they're fake. Because those videos get lots of views. And when it comes to the internet and when it comes to engagement, clicks, follows, interactions, people will do anything to get those interactions. So don't believe all those videos.
there's like live animals in like a box. Y'all, we don't do that. I'm not saying that as in like the corporation cares for the animals, because they don't. They don't. I will tell you that right now. The corporations don't care about the animals. They care about the money. Um, when I say corporations, I mean Petco as a whole doesn't.
Ah, boy. Okay.
Care about the animals. PetSmart as a whole doesn't care about the animals. But like the managers there, the people that work there, they most likely care about the animals. Um, but
No, they don't. Remember, PetSmart sells pet supplies. Most of PetSmart's money is made from pet supplies. Every time I've seen a meeting or talked to someone from corporate, whatever, it's about pet supplies. It's not about the pets. If PetSmart only sold pets, they'd be out of business. They'd be out of business.
my thing was, a corporation's not going to be okay with like somebody letting a $40 bird and put it in a trash can. A corporation's gonna be like, that's money. They aren't gonna let money just like sit out.
Yeah, PetSmart makes most of its money from cat and dog related items. I know that's hard to believe, right? Cat and dog related items. And then third is the rodent items. I include like bunnies, like bunnies, and depending on which state, like in California, it's illegal to have a ferret, but we sell lots of ferret products because people still have ferrets. So, like, like gigantic ferret section, which is weird, which means a lot of people have ferrets. So, but bunnies, ferrets, chinchillas, like That's like the third tier of where the money comes from. So cats and dogs number one, bunnies, ferrets, whatever, rats, weasels, like all the rodents are like number three. Because it when it because of the products related to those animals, they're kind of specialized, expensive, whatever. So, and then fish, but fish are last because most people just buy the 25-cent goldfish. Like our 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 fish tank space is mostly for types of goldfish. Like you'll have like a giant tank on the ground that's maybe like 4 feet tall, and there'll be like 200 goldfish in there, and there'll be like two of those tanks. Okay, and those are like, oh, each store might be a little different, whatever. But the store will have at least one like 4 foot tall tank on the floor near all the fish, though, and it's just like 200 fish maybe in there. It's a giant tank, like 200 fish in there, and they're all like like the cheap 12-cent goldfish. And then there's like half of the wall of fish being sold are just different types of goldfish. And, the cheapest being like 12 cents, the most expensive maybe being at PetSmart, Petco, depending, maybe $5.
Out in the trash can. They aren't gonna do that. So if you see a freaking animal in like a PetSmart trash can, I can almost like 99% say that was not the store's doing. Like that was a person.
Yeah, but those TikToks are fake. Oh Lord. And then, most people, I hope, don't believe shit they see on the internet. Especially now, right? Because everything is monetized, and and I think by now it's more common knowledge that because of the monetization of the internet, things aren't real. And then it did help too that a lot of the news media has been exposed as just lying. So, but a sensational story gets more views. More views equals more money. So I think most people are aware. You can't believe stuff you see on the internet.
Who just like dropped an animal off. We've had that happen with a hamster, like a whole freaking tank in a hamster. Somebody just left it like by the trash. We've had it happen with a cat. We've had it happen with fish, and those are just the only times that I know about since I've been working here. Like, y'all, we don't throw away live animals. First,
No one thinks you do throw away live animals, but you're probably one of those people who actually believes random TikToks of people finding animals behind PetSmart. You're one of the dumb ones. Remember, you did get the vaccine, and you were injured from the vaccine, but then 2 weeks later got a booster shot. You're not the smartest person.
of all, I love animals. I would never do that. But let's say like a big manager person who doesn't care about the animals. They're gonna be like, that's money right there. I'm not gonna throw that away. I'm gonna try to make money. You get what I'm saying? Like, no pet store is gonna be abandoning animals. That's my point. Anyways, the fish are good. I lost quite a bit of faith in humanity. Um,
You are an idiot if abandoned fish is what made you lose all faith in humanity. But not your bad upbringing, not you being in eighth and ninth grade dating men in their late 20s. There's other things you could be complaining about, but you're complaining about a bag of goldfish. Dummy.
I'm continuing to lose more faith in humanity because it's almost holiday season. It's November 1st today, and I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I'm not.
You're
No,
never
no,
happy.
no. I don't like the holidays, bro. Anyways, I'll see y'all next week. I'm gonna cry. Goodbye.
Glad that's over. Yeah. I don't know. Hey, at least she didn't, or at least no one parked in the parking lot, so she didn't have to complain or be scared. But anyway, if there's a pet that you want to get rid of, abandon, drop it off at a veterinary establishment because that establishment works with, because that establishment is probably the main veterinary place for like 4 other pet places, including kennels, adoption agencies, whatever. So they do have a place to take the animal to. Anyway, have a good Monday, have a good Tuesday, have a good Wednesday, have a good Thursday, have a good Friday, have a good week, have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.